If you're thinking the 2020 Mitsubishi Triton looks just like the 2019 model, you're dead right. And it's not just from the rear either. The front is identical too, but it has been updated, barely 8 months after the big update we saw at the start of the year. Why so soon? The ute market is getting mighty competitive, and the Triton's two biggest rivals, the Hilux and the Ranger, are the two biggest selling cars in Australia overall. The 2020 update is focused on the two models second from the top, the GLX Plus and the GLS. It's the GLS you can see here, and the only visible change is that it's now missing the sports bar from the tray. But it now comes with proximity keys like the top GLS Premium, and the biggest news is that it now gets the rear diff lock as well. The GLX Plus now does too, which is a great backup plan when you're using it properly off-road. Prices are up very slightly for the variants that have changed, and you still can't get AEB without spending more than the base GLX, unlike a few utes that have now got it across the board. If you're looking for more details, you can read my full review at carsguide.com.au, and if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you hit like and subscribe to stay on top of all our latest videos. We're only driving the popular dual cab four-wheel drive variants today, but there's a total of 22 different Tritons to choose from, spread across single, club cab or double cab bodies in either tub tray or cab chassis, and then there's 4 different trim levels to choose from, plus the limited edition Toby Price Edition, which is commemorating the 2-time Dakar winning Aussie. The top 2 models' roof-mounted air circulator is now also fitted to the GLX Plus double cab, and I don't think we've talked enough about it before. Rather than sending the air conditioning to the back via traditional console ducts, it sucks the air from the front part of the cabin and then redirects it into the back where you want to point it. Now, it hasn't been hot or cold enough on this trip to really put it to the test, but it's a novel approach that really shows that Mitsubishi's had its thinking cap on. We already know the current Triton is a good thing off-road, with a relatively short wheelbase and narrow body, making it easier to manoeuvre around tight obstacles than bigger utes like the Ranger and BT50. So the fundamental design is good, and the systems are well calibrated, in Australia mind you, to make the most of the suspension and tyres. And we have to mention the Super Select 4-wheel drive system on the top 2 models, which gives you the option of full-time 4-wheel drive in high range with a centre diff like an SUV, to give you more grip on wet or snowy bitumen, as well as all the rugged low-range off-road capability. One negative though is that the rear diff lock disables the traction control altogether when engaged, unlike some utes like the Ranger and BT50 that leave it active on the front wheels. There's nothing new about the way the Triton drives on-road either. Without any load in the tray or passengers on the back seat, the ride is more jiggly than you'll expect in a Ranger, and the steering ratio will keep you twirling the wheel more than you might expect. The engine and transmission are still a really good combination, even though it's still the 6-speed auto, unlike the 8-speed auto you get in the Pajero Sport. It's good to see Mitsubishi refining the product so quickly, and the Triton represents a good value quality ute. It'd just be nice to see the most important active safety gear across the range. And don't forget, if you're looking for more detail, you should read my full review at carsguide.com.au, and if you're watching this on YouTube, hit like and subscribe to stay on top of all our latest videos.